Here's a giant thank you to all my Patreon members. Your support is greatly appreciated. What's up, guys? Nova Joe back again, this time doing another overview of the level 90 weapons for the Air Raider. And just as a reminder, I'm doing this level, or this series here, just on the level 90 weapons because these are the max level weapons you can get in the base game. And as we all know, the game is not released here yet, so I'm putting all the DLC weapons to the side and focusing on what you can actually obtain in the base game, which hopefully we will have sometime this year. But in the base game, when you play on Inferno mode, you have the opportunity to acquire level 90 weapons. And like I said, those are the top tier weapons that you can get in the base game. And so far I have already covered the Ranger and the Wing Diver, and now I'm going to take a look at the Air Raider. Now, I have farmed and farmed and farmed and farmed and farmed with all of my characters, well, with the exception of the Fencer. But with the first three characters, I have farmed with them to the point where I do believe, I have not searched online, but I do believe I have obtained all the level 90 weapons for them. And so the Air Raider only comes with two. And the first weapon that we're going to look at here is the Bulge Laser. It's called Bulge Laser Irradiation Mode Z. And it states it unleashes all of its performance and fires the highest output bulge laser. Since the loading operation is performed by the satellite, reloading proceeds even when the Air Raider does not have this weapon in hand. So this is one that will actually reload even if you switched over to another weapon. So that's great. And I don't have it maxed out yet, as you can see. I've only got it at 8, 7, and 10 stars. And for damage, it currently does at 8 stars 511.5 points of damage per speck of laser. Basically it does a lot of damage. The attack range is 9 meters, and it has a 71.5 second reload in its current state right here. But my laser range is currently maxed out at 1,260 meters, 600 shots, and a 4x zoom. So that is the Bulge Laser Irradiation Mode Z. And then the next one that we're going to be taking a look at here is one I do believe I covered in a previous video. I can't remember specifically. I think I did, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'll do it again. And that is the Deathbird M4 corrosive gas. A multi-copter equipped with a corrosive gas injection device. The user indicates a laser target, or indicates a target using a laser indicator. A corrosive gas is jetted from above to the point irradiated by the laser shot. The gas is a dangerous poison to living things. It also corrodes metal, so it also affects against machines. So this is a great weapon to use on vehicles as well as mechs, things like that. Since it continues to inject until the gas it carries is exhausted, it is possible to attack another point by changing the laser irradiation point during that time. So basically, you can move the little Deathbird around with the laser pointer. It doesn't just go to one spot and stay there. You can actually move it around if you would like to. It cannot be reused and must wait for the arrival of a new aircraft. So it's one of those where it has to come back to you. And as you can see here, I've got it maxed out. Max is 8 stars, 7 stars, and 8 stars. And the laser irradiation distance is 400 meters. Number of equipment is 1. Reload time is 78.4 seconds max. That's auto reload as well. 4.0 zoom. Number of shots is 131. Rate of fire is 2 rounds a second. The damage, and this is penetration damage, is 6.8. Bullet speed is 9 meters a second, and accuracy is S++. Yeah, it's just a giant cloud of death. And it does a great job. This is an awesome weapon to use in caves. I've even had it be really useful when fighting the flying squid monsters that are hanging out overhead. It does a good job against them too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out these 2, and I believe only 2, level 90 weapons for the Air Raider. Alright, we're going to try this out on mission 134 plus because it has a ton of enemies. And look at it, here we go. Zooming in. And this is the Bulge laser. And I've got this on hard just because I'd get destroyed right now with this setup if I was on any harder difficulty. But I just thought this would be a great level to show you these weapons because there's just so many enemies. As you can see here, the Bulge laser does last for a while, and it does cut right straight through the enemies. It's a great weapon. As you can see, it is auto reloading right now, and it's just a great weapon to use. In certain situations, obviously. It's not a weapon that you want to bring into every single mission, but it does do a good job for cutting through swaths of enemies. It also works really well against the bigger boss enemies. Alright, now we're going to check out the Death Bird here. Here we go. Has a zoom as well. Sending the old Death Bird in, as you can see, putting out its death juice right into the midst of those enemies. And now I'm just going to leave it right there. But it can also hurt you too, so you have to be careful. Look at those damage numbers going up. The enemies are... Oh, there they go. They're starting to blow. Those damage numbers, I mean, it's getting them up high. Look at that. It blew up some up there. It's getting them down low. They haven't even made it through the cloud yet. It's just death mist. And as you can see, I'm taking a little bit of damage from it, but that's because I got it on hard. But if you got to get out of the range of it, so I'm backing up here. And there we go. Now I'm out of the range of it, and I'm safe. So it's still going. You can see that right down there, 131 points of ammunition, rounds of ammunition, and it is still chewing through the enemies. And look at all those green boxes. I would never run right into it on on Inferno because it will drain your health in just a moment, just a sheer moment. Alright, one more time. Let's flip over here to the Bulge laser and do it again. Boom, here we go. And that Bulge laser moves fast, so you can actually just move it where you want to, and you don't have to worry about it taking forever. There we go, boom, chewing through those guys. Alright, eat these guys up. Alright, making short work here on hard. Come on, there we go, it's moving, yes. Lasts for a good while. And there it goes. Alright guys, that was the Bulge Laser Irradiation Mode Z and the Death Bird M4. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed this overview of these weapons. These are some fun weapons. I do have to say, the M4, the Death Bird M4 is a great new type of weapon that we never had in the past. Bulge Laser we've had before. You know, the Bulge Laser is a good weapon. It is. And once you get it maxed out and you get the power from it that at its max potential that you can have, it does a great job. It does a great job. And the fact that it moves very quickly when you move your laser designator means that you can pinpoint targets fairly quickly. It does have its downside because while it does move faster than you would think, it still is a bit slower than some other type of weapon that is a more projectile based weapon. Since this is a satellite laser coming down from space, it does take a little bit of a moment to get where you're wanting it to go, which allows your enemy to have time to get out of the way. But if you're using it in a crowd, not everybody's going to get out of the way, and you're going to take out some bad guys fairly easily. So the Bulge laser is great. You have to be careful with the Death Bird because, as I was stating, you take damage from it too. And if you're using it on some of the harder difficulties, it's going to shred your health fast, and you have to be careful. You have to have enough room that you can get out of the way of it, and it works really well in caves, providing you're able to fire it down into where you want it to be, and then you have a solidly clear path to get through to a place where its mist can't reach you. because the mist does get bigger the longer it's dispersed. So it does have a maximum range where it won't go past. It just doesn't keep getting bigger and bigger the whole time, but it does get bigger. It starts out smaller and grows in mist size until it reaches its maximum. So what may seem like a safe spot at first might not be a safe spot when it reaches its maximum dispersal area. So you just have to be careful with it. But it chews through their health really fast. It's a great weapon. Works great against any type of the bug enemies. And as you saw here, I put it right up against the metal enemies. So there you go, guys. Alright, that is the Bulge Laser Irradiation Mode Z and the Deathbird M4. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Please comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, would love to have you subscribe. If you want to join my Patreon, just go to patreon.com/EDF Central and sign up for one of the 4 tiers. And I would greatly appreciate any support that you're willing to give. I'm thankful to all my supporters, as you saw at the beginning of this video, and I'm thankful for any new supporters that would like to join on. So alright guys, as always, take care, God bless, and keep on gaming.